New twist in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case. Heard's attorneys now claim that one of the jurors who found her guilty of defamation was not supposed to be there. They say he was never even called to jury duty. Eva Pilgrim has the story. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. It's a turn of events no one saw coming. One of the jurors who helped decide this trial wasn't even supposed to be in the jury pool. Now Amber Heard's legal team is asking for a new trial. This morning, a new twist in the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation battle.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
Heard's team now pushing for a mistrial, claiming one of the jurors never should have been seated, writing, juror number 15 was not the individual summoned for jury duty on April 11th, 2022, and therefore was not part of the jury panel and could not have properly served on the jury at this trial. Overnight, a spokesperson for Heard telling ABC News exclusively, this may be the crack in the dike. There were a torrent of problems with this trial.
As against Amber Heard, we, the jury, award compensatory damages in the amount of $10 million.
In June, 36-year-old Heard was found guilty of 3 defamation claims after being sued by her ex-husband Depp for $50 million over a 2018 Washington Post op-ed where she described herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Heard was ordered to pay $10.3 million in damages.
It's insane to hear heinous accusations of violence.
Heard, who countersued for $100 million, was awarded $2 million for one of her claims.
This is the most painful and difficult thing I've ever gone through.
But Heard's team now requesting a new trial, saying the wrong person showed up and was seated as a juror in the trial. The juror in question is 52 years old, born in 1970. But the person summoned, who lives at the same address with the same name, was born in 1945 and would have been 77 years old at the time of the trial. Heard's team arguing Ms. Heard had a right to rely on the basic protection that the jurors in this trial would be individuals who were actually summoned for jury duty.
Once people are summoned to jury duty, they need to sign in by phone and they need to use their date of birth. When they show up the next morning and say, I'm this person, I'm here for jury duty, they're accepted as the person that they claim to be.
Now, we did reach out to the Virginia court to find out how this could happen. No response. And there's been no comment so far from Johnny Depp's team about this new motion. George.
Yeah, let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. I've never heard one like this before. Could the verdict actually be overturned based on this?
Yeah, we have to start by saying, wait, what?
Yeah.
The wrong person showed up and served on the jury? It is really, really unusual. I, too, have never heard of this happening before. But I still think it would be very unlikely for the court to overturn the verdict as a result of it. I think they would need some level of intentional conduct, meaning that the juror wanted to be on the jury, intentionally tried to fool the court into believing that he was the right person, and that's the reason that he made it on the jury. Absent that sort of intentional conduct, it's very tough to get a jury verdict overturned after the fact.
Who's at fault here?
Well, a little bit of everyone, right? It's the court, it's the juror himself, and also Amber Heard's lawyers. I mean, they have a chance to question each one of the jurors. They do get basic information about them, like the fact that they were born in a particular year and they live in a particular zip code. And you would think that they'd be able to look at the person and say, wait a second, this person is not 77 years old.
Right, yeah, I was just wondering about that, though. Any citizen can show up for jury duty. That's really the only requirement. And then they got approved by Heard's lawyers.
Right, but again, they are supposed to be summoned, right? It is supposed to be out of a particular pool of jurors. So they do have a fair point in that there is a pool of people who are summoned from a particular area. I mean, you can't have someone from outside of the district or just sort of showing up at court. But if this was just a mistake with regard to the home, wrong person in the home, the Heard team is going to have a pretty high bar to overcome.
They are seeking dismissal on other grounds.
Exactly. They're saying that, for example, that the evidence didn't fit with the law, that they didn't prove their case, that the damages are too high. They have a shot on the damages being too high. In a lot of defamation cases, we actually see verdicts getting reduced. Juries come in with big numbers on defamation cases. You see a court reduce the amount. But I think in an effort to get it overturned, much harder.
Okay, Dan Abrams, thanks.
Well, hey,
Hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.